Bit of a different video today. I've been lucky enough to demo the VR1 Arrival for the weekend. 170 Rockshox build, GX drivetrain. Initial thoughts are this is sick. Let's get on the trails and talk a bit more about it. So we're just cruising up to our first downhill. Pedaling this bike is surprisingly easy for a long travel enduro. There seems to be little to no bob pedaling at all. I don't even have the climb switch on. I'm sure if you put a coil in, it might bob a little bit, but yeah, it's surprising how well this pedals. Feels like a small trail bike pedaling it up the hill. Another really cool feature, it's not specific to this bike, but I didn't know I needed it until I've tried it, is the anomaly seat angle adjuster. So it's got 3 positions: neutral, forward and back. So I've got it forward at the moment and it just makes climbing so much more comfortable. I don't even feel the seat at all, whereas usually I'd be, you know, set in the neutral position. It's, you start feeling it and you crutch towards the top, whereas like this is pretty steep and the seat's just flat, perfect. And then when you get to the top, you flip it into tilted back downhill mode and it gets it out of the way of your legs. Something I didn't know I needed, but I think I'm going to be buying one for my bike because it's, I don't know if I can do without it now. This is that seat post adjuster I was talking about. So I had it there climbing up. That's the neutral position and that's downhill. So even that tiny amount pointing down made the world of difference. So about to go down now, so flick it up there. All right. One thing this bike's really surprising with is how well it handles the chunk, while also being really poppy and playful. So all this chunky shit, it's just eating it up. And then poppy jump, no problems. Absolutely loves it. Hey, drifty. It's just confidence inspiring, it's ridiculous. It's such a solid feel. I haven't ridden a bike that feels that solid. My other bike's full carbon wheels, carbon frame. Great bike. If you grab the rear wheel and the frame, you can, you know, you wiggle it a bit, it's got a bit of play. This has nothing. It's just solid. And it really gives you that confidence bombing down a trail that like you're just in complete control. It's really cool. Let's do the next one. All right, second trail. This one's kind of rough up the top and then really steep and loose down the bottom. A good mix of rough and tech. So this is the XL Usually I'd go a large, so this is quite a bit longer than I'm used to, but not really having too much trouble getting around these tied off cambers. We're just going to cheat and do the real sketch off camber. Practice for the Oceanas coming up. Yeah, I got some tight little narrow things coming up. Yeah, even though it's really long, it feels quite easy to get around a tight corner. Probably cut the bars down. I believe they're 800. They usually run 760. So I'm riding all my local trails because I know them really well. I know exactly what it feels like on my bike. I know how fast I can go. I know where it's loose. I know the ins and outs. So I should know riding this if it feels better or worse in sections or overall. So it should be a good back-to-back comparison. This next track is quite janky, so this being such a long bike, it'll be a good test to see how it goes when it's tight and narrow. Big holes, big ruts and roots. Let's get it. All right, let's see how we go on some steep jank. A bit more loose than when I last did it, Jesus. Oh, good Jesus. Yeah, the holes have got deeper. Oh yeah, steep hole. Fucking Jesus. Yeah, it's a lot deeper than I did last time on my bike, but it felt just as good, if not better. That's insane. Alright, let's go track number 4. Tracks that rough stuff so nicely. Where you want it to be poppy, it is. When you need grip and track, it does. Oh, it's scary with long bars. Ah, that's so close. I can't remember anything I said as I was riding, so I'll just do a little final thoughts. This bike wasn't even on the list of bikes I was thinking of upgrading to, but it shot itself to number 1. It's blown my mind. Yeah, it seemed to have perfected that balance between being really planted and also playful. I can't fault anything. The only things I'd change are not really got anything to do with the bike, like bar length, and I'd maybe go a large just so I'm a little bit more whippy around corners. In saying that though, this handled it all fine, and it was super stable on the rough straight stuff. So I'd say if you're looking for a monster truck that'll absolutely slaughter the downhills and feel like a downhill bike, and then turn around and ride up like a short travel trail bike, definitely go check this out. Massive thanks for the riders for letting me take this out and have a ride. I believe it's going to be available to demo, so if you're thinking of upgrading or want to try a new bike, definitely go in their shop and check this out, because it's next level. Peace out guys, thanks.